Well, here we are. Here we are. Another day in paradise. Beautiful. It's lovely. Here we are. So, what is that? Is it? No, it's not. Sorry about that. That's weird. That's a reflection out the window in it. You can't see that from over here. I was able to fix things. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I've actually put up some. Okay, some of the things that I've read say that these little shits are rowdy, aren't they? They're rowdy. Look at them. Oh my god, look at them. See how many birds that was? So, I put up. I bought some reflective film. It's one way. It's one way. It's effectively one way mirror film. So I put that up yesterday because, well, for one, I don't want these. I don't want them to see me because I'm sitting here reading as we see them. We're talking about them, reading about them, blah 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 blah, and I don't want them to see me and get scared off and fly away. So that's one. Two is as you if you've been watching and you've been listening, a couple of birds that this son of a this. Okay, I'm going to hold on a second. I'm going to be right back. I got to. You're about to see me on this camera. So I'm going to run out there and cut this. This is driving me nuts. Oh damn it! So is that. All right, hang on. Bear with me. So just push this other thing back because of my chair. There we go. There we go. I make a lot of the dad noises now. All right, I gotta find my cutters. Cause the wire cutters. I don't know where the hell I put them. Cause this thing's getting all cattywampus. That might work. Yeah, might not. I don't know. Use it. Starts. I got a. There we go. That'll work. This thing keeps getting all knocked off kilter, and driving me nuts. And everybody's getting in there. It's like it's opening up, and it's like letting the kids over and leaving a bowl of candy out. And the first kid comes by, nabs all the candy. That's what's happening here. So I'm gonna cut this right here. Lefty, go lefty. Remember, dum dum. See if we can do this without. Oh shit! Fire. Oops. Yeah, I can't really see very well back here. There we go. That's better. All right, now they can fend for themselves. This thing is cheap. Garbage. Oh, it's not. Shouldn't lock it on here either. Oh, it's on the wrong side. That's why. Okay, so Angela came out and she put this on here wrong. So now I'm about to futz it. There we go. Futz it up. Now, all right. Well, they're gonna figure it out. So it's gonna be we're gonna watch them going bing, like that all the time, but it should be fun. Oh hell. Cool. You get to tell me. Oh man, I make up new bad words as I'm stumbling around the house. Excuse me. Cool, dude. All right, sorry about that. All right, let me get resituated here. So I went down. Let me see here. Okay, so yeah, let me move this crap out of the way so you don't see the reflection of this crap either. All this stuff. Move all this stuff. So the reflective, the one-way mirror stuff. I guess kind of works both ways. Yeah, it's about as good as I can get it. Sorry about the bubbles and there's like a scratch right here, but I don't know what the hell that is. I'll work on it for next time. Today, just kind of, if you don't mind, just dealing with it. I'd sure appreciate it. Excuse me. I mean, allergies and smoking and allergies, and I just got over being sick. So, yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Let me. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, cool. All right. Well, here we are. Let's talk about birds. Saw a red-shouldered hawk yesterday, which you don't really. I mean, they're in Missouri, but you don't really see a whole lot of them. It's usually the red tails that dominate the flatby skies. But yesterday I saw a red-shouldered hawk, and I was across the. I wasn't at the pond. I was at Beatree Park at their pond down South County, St. Louis. And it's a nice place. I liked it, but they don't have trout there, so I wouldn't really catch anything because it was really cold. It's been cold last few days, so wouldn't really. Well, I just I was down there, I was dropping my kid off, and I just stopped in because I'd been meaning to see the place for weeks, and I haven't. So I stopped in and threw my line in. I was there for like a half an hour, wasn't very long, if that 15, 20 minutes. I don't know, wasn't very long. So just parked and went over there, and um, it's a nice place. I liked it. You guys down there in that neighborhood are lucky to have such a nice place. But when I was down there, I saw a red-shouldered hawk from across the way, and I had my camera set up on kind of a wide field view, widescreen, wide lens kind of view. And so I picked it up, but I had to zoom in when I was editing it, so it's pretty grainy. You can barely see the bird. I put a little circle around it so you know where to look. Um, but it's could have been better. So, and then I got zoomed in on it, and then how it goes. So, and then my camera's garbage. I got to replace it, but I got to wait for good things to happen first. Anyway, speaking of good things to happen, subscribe to the channel if you wouldn't mind. If you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. That'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. I'd literally love that. So let's see here. I gotta move all this crap out of the way because you guys. I just don't want to distract from the birds. It's a force of habit at this point. I keep moving stuff into the what's it reflection. So um um anyway, it's been a bunch of starlings so far. Those Oh man, talk about a pecking order, man. Those guys squabble and squabble and squabble. Oh, so um anyway, there's I'm hoping. Okay, so I've read in the past, as we've read a couple of times in the past. There's a couple of species. First one that comes to my mind is cardinals, northern cardinals. The beautiful red ones. They will actually fight their reflection in a mirror. So, which is it's nature's metal, man. So I'm hoping to actually with these feeders here, and we have a regular male and female come over. So I'm waiting for one for that guy to just kind of go. All right, here's the starlings, man. These little the corrals, man. It turns into like a little avian roadhouse out there. Just ass kicking everywhere. So yeah, European starlings. They're right now. You're seeing them in the fresh molt. I'm pretty sure you're seeing them in their fresh-ish molt. So they're kind of brown, and then like if you look closely, if they when they come up to the feeder, like that one right there is not. But I saw one earlier. Its beak's starting to turn from that yellow to the darker blackish, dark brown ish. So bird seed out of the way. Keep kicking it. Sorry. Um, so yeah, you'll start to see the that color come in. That the bird I saw earlier, his beak was kind of half and half. Well, kind of cool actually. But this mirror film is great because I can get right up on it and have a real close look. Oh, speaking of that, Angela, Big Mama, went out and bought that. I don't know if you can see this very well. She went out and bought that. So they've been coming to that one too. It's got peanuts in it. It keeps bringing squirrels to the yard, but whatever. She got that see-through house. So if they, there's a mockingbird. There's a mockingbird. There's a mockingbird. So let me get this set up here again. Sorry about that. So I just wanted you to see that. So if anything cool happens over there, I will bring that to you. See if I can get any of this lattice out of the way. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just trying to make it better. You know what I mean? Just trying to make it better. Oh, I only have the mirror stuff on the bottom pane. I don't have it on the top pane. So if it's if they they're gonna see me through the top pane as a fly, and then they're gonna freak out the other birds. So whatever, we'll get used to it. Let's see. All right, so like I said, red-shouldered hawk. Here, I'm gonna hang on just a second. Anyway, lean this back over here. Get the pane of glass or the lattice out of the way. That gets rid of that small, whatever that is. Scrape, whatever it is. Okay, so let's talk about the red-shouldered hawk. We're obviously not going to see. I mean, unless it takes out one of these birds, that'd be awesome. But no, actually, I'll tell you about it in a second. I have a cool. Well, screw it. I'll tell you about it now. So I was sitting on my front porch, which is just you see that tree on the right. It's like right. I have two trees just like that, and they're kind of oh, there's a female right there. There's a female cardinal right there. Look how pretty she is. Um, so, um, I'm standing out there. I don't remember what I was doing, but I'm standing on the porch, and it's open, so it's wall at 90 degrees to each other, and then open with the post in the corner, right? So you can get a breeze through there. So next thing I know, this mourning dove, or as I like to call him, is hawk food, flies through, cuts through the post, takes a shortcut, right? Mario Kart's that son of a bitch, and this bird almost hits me in the face. I remember that because that's what got me. Okay, so it flies through. I'm like, "Wow, did you see that?" To myself, and next thing I know, this hawk comes right behind it, and he goes around the outside. Okay, so the birds keeps hitting the Mario Kart, and then boom, it gets the blue shell, and boom, runs face first into my garage door. Bam, on the ground. So I went out there, and it's on the ground. I'm like, I'm gonna let nature take its course because hawks got to eat too. So I went out there, and it was I don't know if it was live or dead. It was still, I know that. So, but then I left it out there, and then it was gone later. So that was wild, man. That was wild. I saw another one. I used to have a feeder on this tree. Got taken out by a storm, but it was out there, and I saw there's some birds on the ground eating seed from the ground, and a hawk just comes, boom, nails it, and flies right off. I wish I could have got um um footage of that, but it was way before that was easy to do. So anyway, red-shouldered hawk. Let's see. Is that going to be red or shouldered, or red or hawk? I'm gonna look at her hawk first. Hawk. Are you kidding me? It's not even in here. Hawk Coopers. Are you kidding me? Red-tailed, sharp-shinned. Not in here. I'll look it up later. That bums me out because they're in Missouri. This is Tequila's Missouri Birds book. I want to ask. I'm gonna write that guy. I'm gonna Karen him. I'll Karen him. Hey, buddy, listen. I noticed that there's no red-tailed hawk setting in your book. Anyway, so whatever. I think that's have we done Mockingbird? Yeah, we've done Mockingbirds. Well, screw it. We just saw one. I'll read it again. You know what? This could be this. It's. I know that a lot of these things are. We're gonna see them. And we're just gonna see them, and we're gonna see them over and over. But some people will have not seen them, and so we're gonna 233. We're going to tell them about it every time. Not every time, but every fresh time. See what I'm saying? It won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. Bear with me. Have we talked about a robin? We'll see a robin later because I got bugs out there. Yeah. So the feeder on the right is bugs. The cylindrical feeder on the that little house sparrow is at is just wild bird seed. Then we got the bird bath right there, and then I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you can kind of see it. Then that's cotton. That's cotton over there for nesting materials. And I got if anything interesting happens over here, I'll show you. They like to squabble over that stuff. It's kind of funny when they get into a fight. I want to get something in slow mo. Yeah, it's a little later than what I usually do, but whatever. It is what it is. It's gonna be a real nice day. Northern mockingbird, a very animated bird, performs an elaborate mating dance, facing each other with heads and tails erect. Pairs will run towards each other, flashing their white wing patches, and then retreat to cover nearby. Thought to flash the wing patches to scare up insects when hunting. sits for long periods on top of shrubs, and imitates other birds when they do the vocal mimicry, which is why they're called a mockingbird. And young males often sing at night, often unafraid of people, allowing for close observation. That's true. They'll even without the film over here, they let me get real close. Come at me, bro. That's what he's saying. No, he's not saying that. All right. Hey, we saw robin. Let's talk about robins. Although complete migrators in northern states, the robin is a year-round resident in Missouri. Can be heard singing all night long during spring. Yeah, and they do. Those little bastards. Oh yeah. So when you keep it's not because you keep the windows open because the weather's so great here. Let me tell you something. St. Louis, Missouri has some of the best weather. Look, it gets hotter than the hinges of hell here in the summer. We have this thing called humidity, and it will kill you. It will quite literally kill you if you're not ready for it. So, but spring and fall, and even some winter, the spring and fall, man. This is what a lot of people have to pay for. Yeah, it's a lot. It's people. This destination weather. I mean, like, so just keep it a secret, okay? Just don't tell anybody that we have such good weather here. But there's like a month in the summer where it sucks. It absolutely sucks the butt. Oh, it's like living in a blast furnace. But other than that month, man, we got some great weather around here, and I got some month in the winter. But that's it. 2 months out of the year, 10 months per year is bearable at worst. Although, okay, so yeah, well, here's one. Here's one that does it. I'll get to it at the end here. City robins sing louder than country robins in order to hear one another over traffic and noise. A robin isn't listening for worms when it turns its head to one side. It is focusing its sight out of one eye to look for dirt moving. I don't know if it has twin phobia or not. We'll have to look that up. It is focusing its sight out of one eye. Okay, so watch for dirt moving, which is caused by worms moving. Territorial, often fighting its reflection in a window. So hopefully we'll see that here. I don't know. We put those bugs out there so that we can attract some carnivores, some carnivorous or at least omnivorous birds. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I wish this is not a mammal show. Yeah, he doesn't care. So that's you know what? Maybe I'll get my mammal book. It's across the room, and my hip's killing me, so probably not. All right, dude. Let's get on with the ornithology. Yeah. So we're still talking about feathers. Let me get this out of here. Let me get this out. Whatever. I'm stick that there. There we go. And there we go. Nice. I talked about it earlier. So it's a varying scale, but when you look at when these starlings land, look at their beaks if you can. Like this one right here. Look at this one's beak. Look at that one's beak right there. See it right there? So as you get to the tip, it's getting black. Yeah, you left. But as you get to the tip, the beak gets black, and that's as the year goes on, the beak goes black and the feathers go black. So, and then that was upside down. So it's just something they molt feathers, and then the pigment or the color of the beak changes. Let me find our page here. I have lost it. There we go. I know we're on chapter 4. Talk about feathers, structural colors. Let's see here. So last time we left off at I was telling you about I've told you about this before, but I was telling you about how we're talking about pigments and how color blue doesn't really exist and it doesn't exist as a pavement. Jamie, what's up, dude? Hey, thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I just got started with the ornithology. It's just been this stupid squirrel right here. This little bastard right here. See him? Yeah. And like a bunch of rowdy starlings coming by the feeder. So yeah, so you haven't really missed much. How things up there in what is it, Canada, right? How things in Canada? So, like I was saying, We go sin. We were talking about colors last time, so we're going to talk about structural colors starting off this time. So here we are. Many of the brightest feather colors, such as parrot greens, bluebird blues, and hummingbird iridescences. Hummingbird iridescences are structural colors that result from the physical alteration of incident light at the feather surface. I didn't get my physics book out. It's over here somewhere. We can talk about light sometime. The classical view is that structural blues and greens result from the scattering of short or blue wavelengths of incident light by tiny melanin particles in the surface cells on the feather barbs. The remaining longer wavelengths, that would be red and yellow, pass through the surface layer and into an absorbent melanin layer below. Blue is left as the apparent hue, so everything else gets absorbed except for the blue gets reflected back out. Particles of various, which kind of is the way pigment works, but different. Um, I'm not prepared to talk about that right now. We will get into it another time, in depth, I guess, if you want to. Let me get my. We'll talk about light. We'll talk about colors. We'll talk about the spectrum, all that stuff. Right now, we're talking about birds. Yeah. Okay. The remaining longer and red and yellow wavelengths pass through the surface layer to an absorbent melanin layer below. Blue is left as the apparent hue. Particles of various sizes scatter various wavelengths of light. Those responsible for parrot greens are larger than those responsible for bluebird blues. Bluebird blues. That would be a great song name. All right, so can we see this? Can we see this guy right here? No, sun's in the way. Well, there was a bird right there. Sorry about that. Good, dude. Good. Ah, we got a couple of Canadians. Okay, cute Canadian Fox. Meet J-Man. J-Man meets cute Canadian Fox. Y'all are both from the Great White North. Congratulations. Have a pancake with some syrup. Hey, I'm sorry about. Hey, I don't have cable at my house. We're internet only here. But I saw the highlights from the game. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, Canucks, man. Sorry. Boy, I heard that guy took one in the face too as he scored that goal. Man, that kid, jeez. And he was, oh, jeez. You know what? I'm sorry about your loss there, homie. But you know, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. And this time, this time, stars and bars get it. Man, those kids were all of them great though. The Canadian boys weren't bad either. So I hear, man. I heard. Oh, jeez, I heard it was a hell of a game. I'll go back and watch it sometime. The Ick Boys matchmaking service. That's right. Okay, this is not the only mechanism involved in structural colors. Analysis of the feather collars of the peach-faced lovebird, a small African parrot, suggests that the structural blues and greens may also result from another process based on interference among different wavelengths of incident light. Carotenoid pigments can convert structural blues to green or violet. Oh man, what the hell is this? But budgerigars. Oh god, Budgerigars. Wild budgerigars, I'm guessing, for example, are green because of an association of yellow pigment with structural blue. So it's like having a yellow pixel next to a blue pixel makes a green apparent color. Mutant parakeets. What? Shut up. Okay, well, that's what they're about to say. Mutant parakeets, the name of the species. Okay. So where you so what you guys have provinces up there, right? What city and province are you guys in? And tell me about you're at what? I forget. No, I don't even want to guess. Yeah, I'm curious. Dude, I don't know much about Canada other than it's United States hat. And you got it's cold. And you guys have got a leaf on your flag and it's red and white. And you guys have a lot of war crimes. It's like it's not a war crime until Canada does it. I know you're a bad. See, I like get into other than birds. I get into World War II, and I know Canadians should not be fucked with. Like they'll say, "I'm sorry," but and they might be, but they will fuck you up first. So I'm glad we have Canadian. I mean, I know we're going through a little bit of a rough patch, and we don't get political on this channel. However, I'm glad that we're boys. I'm glad we're homies, Canada and the United States. I know that if the shit really hit the fan, and I think that maybe someday it will, Canada and USA will put aside differences, get together, and go kick ass together. Just saying. All right, just saying. If the carotenoid pigment is red rather than yellow, okay, let me go back. Mutant parakeets with a single recessive gene that blocks carotenoid pigment deposition are blue rather than green. Oh, that's cool. If the carotenoid pigment is red rather than yellow, violet or purple results. As the pompadour cotinga, okay, that's who wrote this book? Gil, come on, Gil, man. Well, this, as I've said before, scientists aren't writers. Writers aren't scientists. One should hire the other on any given subject. Right on. Right on. Right on. Okay, so iridescence is the phenomenon of glistening colors that vary with the angle of incidence of illumination. Directional iridescence is seen from only one angle of view. From other directions, the feather appears black. I can't remember if I think these starlings get iridescent, but I might be wrong. I know grackles do. I can't remember if these starlings do or not. Let's look it up. The iridescent colors of the eyes of a peacock's tail and the quetzal's back feathers, I don't know what a quetzal is, result from interference. There's so many birds, man. It's just I've never seen a lot of them, and I know birds, and that's why people have bird books. You're not bear books, bird books. Anyway, bears are easy to remember. Birds are a shitload of birds. Anyway, um, let's see. The iridescent colors, or the eyes of a peacock's tail and the quetzal's back feathers, result from interference of light waves reflected from the outer and inner surfaces of a reflecting layer. The brilliant iridescences of hummingbird feathers come from 7 to 15 closely stacked layers of tiny melanin granules located on barbules. Each is a flat, hollow platelet with two reflecting layers that create particular colors by light interference and reinforcement. The intensity of the iridescence increases with the number of granule layers. Other types of reflecting layers have evolved in starlings. Okay, there we go. Okay. Other types of reflecting layers have evolved in starlings and trogons. The iridescent colors of some African starlings are caused by reflections from the interfaces between melanin granules and keratin layers. 4 different systems are known to produce the iridescent colors of 5 genera of trogons. These controlling microstructures, which include air-filled melanin plates and hollow melanin tubes, are arranged in precise layers. As Alfred Lucas and Peter Stettenheimer noted, what year is this? 72. Okay. The system for creating iridescent colors are outstanding in their very high precision as well as their complexity. The dimensions of the tubular melanin granules in trogon feathers are uniform in some places to an accuracy of less than 0.01 microns. That's really small. Colors and patterns result from small variations in the refractive indices of keratin and melanin. The shape and measurement. Well, I mean that's because wavelengths change at that kind of a. Sorry, I'm going to three lines down. I'm like, wait, I'm still thinking about that 4 lines up. It's because it's they have to be because um, light wavelengths change on that sort of a level, if that scale, if that makes any sense. We're not talking about meters or kilometers here. We're talking about micrometers and nanometers of light wavelengths. So, all right, I'll continue on. So, I'm sorry to like that. Let's see here. Um, 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 um. The shape and measurements of the pigment granules are in the spacing within and between layers of granules. These factors are subject to closely controlled variation in every part of every iridescent feather on a bird. As if that were not enough, they are created with the same precision year after year in subsequent plumages. The study of feathers poses no greater challenge than that of working out the genetic mechanisms by which these details are perpetuated. Man, I love science. So that's just saying that molt after molt after molt after molt, these things grow the exact same way every time. Okay? No variation whatsoever. That's what they do. That's cool. That's cool. All right, let me give me a quick second. I'm gonna have a drink, and my hips killing me. I gotta walk. I gotta take a quick lap to the back, and I'm gonna be right back. So just can you bear with me for just a moment? I'd sure appreciate. All right, sorry about that. Thank you for waiting for me. I appreciate your patience. Not as long as I used to be. So sorry about that. Okay, so let's see. Oh, here, let me show you the graphic of this. Show the graphic. It's kind of cool. Let me back this up here. I'm sure it'll still stand. There we go. Show the graphic of this. That's what they're talking about. That's the cross section of the feathers. So and that's just kind of the structure pattern that gives off the iridescence. It's kind of cool. um, the bright. I'm gonna read the caption for the figure here. Let me put this up here again. I'll read the caption for the figure. The bright directional iridescent colors of hummingbirds result from interference and reinforcement of light components reflected by, excuse me, reflected by layers of hollow platelets on the surface of broadened barbules. Shown here are three electron photomicrographs of 1990. What is it? 97? That's maybe 91. I don't remember. Shown here are three electron micro photomicrographs of increasing magnification. A tiny portion of the cross section of a barbule is magnified 16,000 times to show the layers of platelets, which are in the middle. I'm going to show you this in a second. Okay. To show the layers of platelets on the cross section of one platelet. Sorry, layers of platelets middle. Okay, so the cross section of one platelet is magnified 45,000 times to show the internal spaces top. Okay, so see, Okay, so a tiny portion of the cross section of a barbule, magnified 16,000 times. So okay, here a second. Let me show you. So that's this one right here on the bottom. That's that one. Okay, 16,000 times, and then 45,000 times is the middle. No, 45,000 times is the top. Oh, dude, this guy's okay. 1 second. Yeah, a tiny portion of the. I'm just gonna read you the thing while I'm doing it. A tiny portion of the cross section of a barbule bottom is magnified 16,000 times to show the layers of platelets middle. The cross section of one platelet is magnified 45,000 times to show the internal air spaces top. Okay, that's what we're looking at. That is iridescence. The mechanics of iridescence in bird feathers, hummingbird feathers. All right, so where are we at, dude? Oh man, it's getting warm, dude. It's getting warm in here. The sun is beating down on me. It's kind of. I mean, I'm sure you can see it's right up there. Move it. Oh, sorry. There we go. Let's see here. The intricacies of feather microstructure and pigment combine at times to produce stunning effects in plumage. Brilliant reds, greens, and blues are combined into bold plumage color patterns, as in the painted bunting. Oh, that's a great looking bird. The tiny, many colored rush tyrant of South America is red, orange, blue, green, yellow, black, and white. At the other extreme, however, are drab gray olive birds such as northern beardless tyrannulet. What the hell? Come on, man. Northern beardless tyrannulet. I'm just picturing a little tiny tyrannus of Central America and the leaf warblers of Europe and Asia. Bold or subdued plumage color patterns evolve. Sun's right in my face. Color patterns evolve in concert with a bird's behavioral adaptations. The resulting concealing or signaling elements of plumage color usually have adaptive value. Adaptive value. I'm putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Right on. Okay, so concealment is a main result of bird color patterns, not just of those that are obviously cryptic, but also of many that are bright and bold. The predominant visual aspect of many plumage colors is their similarity to the bird's usual environment. Ptarmigan, that's a bird, Ptarmigan, if you want to look one up, are nearly pure white in winter when they blend in with the mountain snows. In spring, when patches of snow remain on the on the alpine meadows, the birds are white and brown. In summer, oh, who's this? Okay, it's just been a festivity of these little I wanted to just, but they are, dude. But the squirrels just, anyway, squirrels. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of squirrels myself. So, let's see here. No, we're gonna have the tit episode with the side with the featuring blue-footed boobies, and also we're also going to do cocks. We're going to have woodcocks and cock thrushes and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be great. Woodcock and whippoorwills rest invisible to us on a forest floor of dead leaves. The American bittern points its bill skyward, aligning its body contours to the stripes on its breast with the surrounding vertical marsh grasses. Oh, that's cool. The common potoo, of course, P-O-T-O, potoo, P-O-T-O-O. The common potoo. That'd be cool if it was owned by a horse. A horse potoo? Yeah, didn't quite work. All right. Let's see if we can get this guy. Stop. Oh, shit. I scared him where the squirrel did. All right, here. I'll tell you what. I'm going to set this right here because I want you to see when one of these guys comes up because he gets right up on it, dude. I want you to see his beak. I'm gonna set this right there. All right. Hopefully we'll get one here. So, well, this might be better. I'll put it right there. That'll probably get him better. That's how they be coming. All right. The starlings are coming right up here. Watch. Let's see. Yeah, they're thinking it over. They're up at that tree up there. There's like 20 of them. It's mob this joint. excuse me, some bold color patterns reduce the contrast between a bird's shape or outline and its background. The breast bands of the small plover, or a classic example of a disruptive pattern, visually separate the outline of its head from that of its body. To be most effective, the contrast between disruptive patches on a bird's body should be as great as between the bird and its background. Sorry. So we had something there, and then we don't see they're all flying in. One of them's going to land right there. I promise. Can't promise that, but you know, Jay Fishing, what's up, dude? Jay Fishing's, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you again. We are, yes, we are. Hey, yeah, get on the subscribe. Hit the subscribe button for me. We got to get some subscribers, man. I'd love to get some subscribers, and I'd love for you to be one of them. I just uploaded some earlier in this little ridiculousness. I talked about the red-shouldered hawk. I saw a red-shouldered hawk take a fish out of Beetree Park Pond yesterday morning, and I got some of it from afar, and then I got some grainy video. Anyway, it was cool. It's over on the channel. Go check it out, man. It's you see red-shouldered hawks around here, but they weren't even in my Missouri bird book. So I got to go find my. I'm hoping it's in the Eastern Birds book, but I don't even know where that damn thing. I gotta look over there and see if I can read about it. Otherwise, I'll have something for next time. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, here we are. Let's see here. Let me see. I'm gonna find out where I was. Oh, here. Let me show you. It's got a picture of the disruptive pattern that they're talking about. That's here. Let me see. That's this. I'll show you this. That right there. That's the disruptive pattern that they're talking about. I hope one of these little bastards comes over here so we can see it. Yeah, they will. They've been slamming that thing all morning. All right, so just bear with me. If nothing happens, then thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. The kid appreciates you. He'd tell you so, except for he's at school learning. All right, excuse me. Okay, let's see where we're at. The finely patterned summer plumage of the ptarmigan blends. I need to look up one of these ptarmigan things because he keeps referring to ptarmigan birds, and I do not know. Here we go. Oh, damn. Get over there. Get over there. Okay, now when one of these little bastards finally lands on that beater, check out its beak. It's getting dark towards the end, but it's yellow towards the. Oh, this one's not. Well, it kind of is a little bit. You see them in varying stages in the spring, but as it goes on, that the beak will get dark. Yeah, he's going down to the bugs, and that thing's so unstable. It's really funny to watch him fumble around. Watch, this one's going to go over to it. Okay, so let's see. Keep teasing me. Oh, well. Let's see. Where was I? The finely patterned summer plumage of ptarmigan blends with the finely patterned alpine grasses and lichens, and the boldly patterned plumages of wood warblers blend with the small leaves, branches, and lighting particular to their arboreal niche. Abbott Thayer was the first to identify the principle of countershading in concealment. 4-7. We don't know where that. Oh well, it must have been another page. I'll find it later. Lower reflectivity. Let me put this out. Excuse me. Lower reflectivity of the dorsal surface of a bird. That's the top side. That's the back side. Your dorsal's the back, ventral's the front. The lower reflectivity of the dorsal surface of a bird interacts visually with contrasting light undersides to disguise its outline, helping it to match in its background. The value of contrast increases with the intensity of illumination from above. It sucks. I got this camera pointed at that clear feeder, and these little shitheads are going down to all the other feeders except that one. Open country birds such as plovers have strongly contrasting colors on their upper and lower surfaces. White underparts work particularly well in with this regard as a neutral or achromatic reflector that takes on the hue of the nearest surface. That's cool. Oh, that's wild. Okay, so it's kind of like almost works like chameleon, kind of, except it's white, so it's kind of like so. White breasts on small plovers function more effectively for countershading than do white breasts on large, long-legged shorebirds. So like a comparative kind of thing. Um, and then as those relate to the background, I don't really know how to explain that. I'll have to think about it. Get back to you. Long-legged shorebirds whose underparts are farther from the sand or muddy surface. Large shorebirds with long legs. I don't know why that's okay. So long shorebirds with long legs have dark underparts rather than white. Right on. So, yeah, I was going to show you this picture, but it's not really worth it. All right, I need to shove this shade a little bit because let's get right in my face. Sorry about. Yeah. Right. Whereas counter shading dark upper parts and white underparts abets concealment. Reverse counter shading. Okay, so no, so I guess this is gonna have we are gonna have to show you this. Okay, so all right, so hang on a sec. Ick Boys live stream. How can I help you?
Mission for you to direct your live stream.
What?
I have a horrible mission for you after your live stream.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Would you please go on Amazon, save it? I'm gonna buy when I get my money. I'm gonna buy you a fishing rod. Yeah, your budget's gonna be up to $100 to buy just the rod.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so find one that goes your nice black. Maybe find a jet black one. That'd be cool.
No, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'll do that. I will do that.
Is that exciting?
Yep, we're reading about killdeers and plovers, baby. We're reading about counter shading and reverse counter shading.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Cool. Have fun selling chickens. Bye bye. Yep. All right. So, okay. So, counter shading, white below, dark top, counter shading. Reverse counter shading, dark below, white top. Got it? Counter shading, reverse counter shading. Everybody got that? Okay. Good luck. All right, still no birds. I'm just gonna stick this here and whatever, dude. They'll come back. They'll come back. This is more interesting anyway when they do this. All right. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Whereas makes the birds okay. So whereas counter shading, which is dark upper parts and white underparts, abets concealment. Reverse counter shading, white upper parts and dark underparts, makes birds conspicuous. Breeding male spectacled eiders, bobolinks, and black-bellied plovers, names, dude, have striking reverse counter shading. The triangular black throat patches of hooded orioles and golden-winged warblers are more restricted forms of reverse counter shading. The triangle points to the bill and thus may help focus attention on bill movements. I wish I knew what the hell he's talking about. Whatever. I mean, I saw if you were, but I don't see. I don't quite see how that matters. All right, whatever. Thanks for confusing things there, Gil, Professor Gil. All right, the uniform coloration of the all red northern cardinal. Okay, here we go. The uniform coloration of the all red northern cardinal enhances its outline and renders it more conspicuous than would a mixed color pattern. And the crest probably enhances this effect. Contrasting edgings enhance striking signal patches, such as the white crest of a hooded merganser, the orange crown of a golden crowned kinglet, or a mallard's blue winged speculum. That's a little stripe. That's a little. So you look at a mallard. A lot of diving birds have it. They got a stripe, blue, white stripe, blue. It's like a purple, white, black stripe with two white fringes going along parallel on the outside. That's the speculum that you're talking about. Most diving waterfowl like mallards have it. Okay, so I think I want to say pintails have it. Do pintails have it? I don't know. I think what's the other one? Teals have it. Some teals have it. I think some teals have it. Anyway, I have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Teals. Unusual shapes, especially those that are geometrically irregular. Unusual shapes, especially those that are geometrically irregular, such as the triangular white wing patches of an adult sabine's gull, or the rectangular wing patches of ducks, are highly visible because they do not normally match the elements in the natural background. Okay, so talking about this right here. This bird right here. So, all right. Sometimes it's better to have a visual aid to see what the hell I'm talking about, right? Oh man, that's awful. How's this thing so tipsy, man? I'm not tipsy. You're tipsy. It's close enough, man. I'm sorry. Okay, so well, we're almost at the end. Oh man, it's almost over. Shit. Regular repetitions, such as in the tail spots of a yellow-billed cuckoo. Sorry. Such as, sorry, let me go all the way back. Regular repetitions, such as in the tail spots of a yellow-billed cuckoo or the head stripes of a white-crowned sparrow, achieve similar conspicuous results. So the point is to stick out. Feathers. Okay, here's the summary, baby. We're almost done, man. Don't talk about feathers. Oh, of course, because next chapter, you're gonna have to guess what's coming up next. The next chapter. We're not doing it today, but well, I don't know. Maybe later, but I need to get up and move around some. Anyway, here's a summary. Chapter 4 summary. Feather summary. Feathers are a unique avian attribute. They apparently solved from reptilian scales. Oh, sorry. They apparently evolved. Man, I can't see. They apparently evolved from reptilian scales as an aid to temperature regulation and primitive flight. The tough inert molecules that form the feather materials, called theta keratin, I think it's theta, I'm pretty sure it's a letter, evolved as a result of a change in the genes that control the synthesis of other kinds of keratin. I'm sorry. Try to change page. Feathers are extremely versatile in form and function. They provide insulation for maintenance of a high body temperature, are essential for flight, and serve in visual communication and camouflage. Modified feathers aid in swimming, sound protection, cleanliness, water repellence, water transport, tactile sensation, hearing, and support of the bird's body. The basic structure of a contour feather consists of a stiff and central rachis with side branches called barbs and secondary side branches called barbules. The interlocking system of barbs and barbules forms a flexible but cohesive flat surface called the vane. Loose barbs and barbules at the base of the feather enhance insulation. Other major kinds of feathers include the flight feathers, down feathers, semi-plumes, phyloplumes, bristles, and powder down. The entire feather coat consists of thousands of individual feathers, which are arranged in groups called tracts. Linking the bases of adjacent feathers is a system of tiny muscles that control feather position. The feather coat of a bird typically weighs 2 to 3 times as much as its skeleton. The entire feather coat is replaced at least once a year in regular molts. Partial molts may supplement the main annual molt to produce composite plumages. Feather coloration is controlled by carotenoid and melanin pigments, which are deposited in the barbs and barbules, and structural alteration of light at the feather surface, which is responsible for most of the blue and green colors of bird feathers. Iridescent colors result from interference patterns of light as it is reflected by special layers of pigment granules. Plumage color patterns, which evolve in concert with behavior and ecology, exhibit adaptations for concealment or signaling. Thus ends Chapter 4, Feathers. Next time, we're going to be talking about flight. Because you got to talk about feathers before you talk about flight. You got to walk before you run, baby. You got to crawl before you walk. We got to talk about feathers before we talk about flying. Talking about flying is what we're going to do next time. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like. I hope it was subject matter wasn't too boring for you, or my voice isn't too off-putting. But you know, it is what it is. So to tell you what, why don't you I'm gonna nobody's really looking anyway, so I'm gonna stop this one and and we'll I don't know, we'll start another one. Start another one later. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.